In this video, we'll be hunting a box of quarters. We'll be looking for any silvers from 1964 earlier, as well as W quarters from 2019 and 2020. We'll also be looking for any foreigns, proofs, heirs or varieties, or any other cool things we can find. And now that I am getting quarter boxes, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hunt as many quarter boxes until I have enough finds for a video. So I'll probably add a couple more boxes after this one since finds and quarters are pretty rare. Anyways, let's start the hunt, and I'll bring you in when we have our first find. We're already on roll 32 and no finds until now, but I believe we're going to have a proof quarter. We have a really thick shiny edge right here. Let's see if it is. And we do have a proof, and it's a Minnesota State quarter, 2005 proof. It's in pretty good shape too. I think that's the best shaped state quarter proof I've ever found. The other ones I found have been pretty rough. But we did get our first find of the box. At least we got something. First quarter box has been hunted, and it was an okay box. The only really good find was that 2005 S Minnesota State quarter proof in pretty good shape. So at least we got one good find for the box. Then we had a few minor mint errors I found near the end. First we have an Arizona, and if I put it under the scope, there's supposed to be kind of an arch around the designer's initials, but there's some die chips that are covering part of it. I've found these before. They're kind of referred to as the extra cactus leaf. It's not in great shape, probably not worth anything over face, maybe a little bit, but still something I set aside and look for. Then another one we found was a 2005 P Kansas. On these, you're looking for the In God We Rust. This isn't the best example, but the T and the O are pretty weak, and I have found a lot of these before. They're not too rare, not really worth anything. And then another interesting one was this 2001 North Carolina, and I found these on other coins in better shape, but you can kind of see that the reading on the rim is kind of inconsistent, and where it's like just less reading, it's kind of off center in that part. I don't really remember what these airs are referred to, but they are mint air. I found these on nicer shaped national park quarters, and those are probably worth a few bucks, but this one's in pretty rough shape, might not be worth anything over face. Still an interesting find to pull aside, and at least we got that proof for a good find for the box. Besides that, not really anything else too good, so I'll be adding another box, and I'll be back when I have box number 2. Alright, we're back, and we have quarter box number 2 for this video, and this isn't a completely bankrolled box. We do have 10 customer wrapped rolls over there. I'm guessing that someone at the bank needed quarter rolls, and they took out 10, and then they just replaced them with these customer rolls, but that's alright, I don't care, they're still circulated rolls. So we have 50 more quarter rolls to hunt. Hopefully it goes better than the last box, so we can get some silver W's, and I'll bring you in if we have a find for box number 2. We're only on roll number 2, and we already have done better than box number 1 because we have a W quarter. And this one was reverse facing, so I know the design, and it is an American Memorial Park. I seem to be getting a lot of these ones lately. I already have probably 2 or 3 of them I've gotten all recently, and this one's in pretty decent shape as well. Not too bad, but it's definitely circulated, but still. W quarter number 1 of the hunt. That's a great start to box 2. Hopefully we can get some more. Roll 14, and we have another find for box number 2. This was the best find of the first box. Now we got one in box number 2. We have a proof. This one is a 2006 Nevada. Not in as good a shape as the one we got in box 1. Still take it though. That's mint clad proof. Always a great find. Second quarter box has been hunted, and even though the finds were light, it was definitely a good box. Did get that proof pretty early on in the box. It's definitely been circulated, not in the best shape. It is a 2006 Nevada, but still, any proof is a great find. And of course, the find of the box and the hunt so far, we did get a W. And it's a 2019 American Memorial Park. My second or third one of these. Found quite a few of these ones lately out of all the W's I found lately. But I'll definitely still take it. Any W is definitely a great find. And still don't have too many finds on the board. Just one W and a couple of proofs and a few minor varieties. So I'm going to add 1 or 2 more boxes onto this video. So I'll be back when I have quarter box number 3. Alright, I am back with quarter box number 3 for the hunt. And of course, we don't have any enders, but hopefully we get some good finds in the rolls. Silver W's, hopefully. So let's start the hunt on box 3, and I'll bring you in when we have our first find of this box. Roll number 3, and I was not expecting this, so I saw that this edge right here looked a little bit different, so I pulled it out, and look what I see. It's a W, and it has a V75, and this means it's a 2020. I only have one 2020 W design, and I have 2 Tallgrass Prairies. I don't have any others, so hopefully this is a new W design for me. Let's see what it is. And it isn't just another Tallgrass Prairie, my 3rd one, but still, we got a W and we pulled it by the edge. That is a great start to box number 3. Roll 12, and I just pulled another good coin by the edge. It's not a W this time, but this edge right here, I pulled it out of the roll, and I looked at the front, and we have an estimate mark. This is not a proof, this is actually an estimated NIFC, the made use for the America the Beautiful Quarter Series. Most of these are pretty low mintage, so let's see what design we have. And we have a 2020 Tallgrass Prairie, the same as the W, but this one's an S. And these, I think a lot of the designs I've gotten from this have around 800 to 900,000 minted, so chances is under 1 million minted. Even if it's not, still, it's an estimate NIFC. Don't see those too often. That's an awesome find. Roll 20, and this box is continuing to give great finds because I just uncovered another W quarter. This one is just a 2019 because there is no Privy on the left side. The only 2019 design I don't have is the War in the Pacific. Hopefully it's that. Either way, any W quarter is an awesome find, and it is a River of No Return. I already have quite a few of these ones, probably about 2 or 3, but still, either way, any W quarter is an amazing find, and we're only 20 rolls in. We already have 2 Ws and that S quarter. So we still have 30 rolls left of this box. Hopefully the finds can continue. Roll 32, and the ender was a San Antonio Missions quarter. And when I flipped it over, we have another W. This one's not in the greatest shape, definitely been circulated. Haven't really checked if it has the Ring of Death yet. Doesn't look like it does, which is fortunate because it was an ender. But that is W number 3 of the box, and we also have the estimate NIFC. This box is amazing, and we still have 18 rolls left. That was all for quarter box number 3, and it was definitely a super good box. Definitely the best box of the hunt so far, because we got 3 Ws, which were this one right here, which is a Tallgrass Prairie, and then we also got a River of No Return and a San Antonio Mission. So 3 Ws in one box, super good. And we also got an estimate NIFC that's also a Tallgrass Prairie, which is also an awesome find. Haven't found one of those in a while. So this board is getting pretty full, but I'm still going to add one more box onto the hunt, and maybe we can fill those last 2 spots on the board with some more finds. So I'll be back when we have quarter box number 4. Alright, we are back with quarter box number 4. Again, of course, there's no enders, but hopefully we can get some good finds in the rolls. Last box was pretty good, so hopefully this box can continue the luck, and I'll bring you in if and when we have a find in box number 4. Roll 13 of box 4, and we're going to get the first foreign of the hunt, and it has a silver edge, but it's probably going to be a Canadian quarter by the looks of it, and it is, and it's a Canadian quarter from 1974. Just opened roll 21, and I see an edge that I never expect to see. That looks like a silver quarter to me. Hopefully it is. And that looks pretty good, and we have a mint mark on the reverse. It's a Denver mint mark, 1958. That is a silver quarter in the box, 21 rolls in. Don't even expect to find these anymore. I haven't gotten a silver quarter in probably close to a year. That is an incredible find. Just opened roll 34, and I think we just did it again. That looks like silver quarter number 2 of the box. And it is, and it's an older one too. It's a 1948, pretty worn, but it is a 1948 San Francisco silver quarter. Silver quarter number 2 of the box. No W's yet, but 2 silver quarters in the box. That is just unbelievable. Last quarter box has been hunted. It was an amazing box, so let's go over the finds. Did have those 3 minor varieties in box 1, which were the Arizona Extra Cactus Leaf, the Kansas In God We Rust, and that 2001 North Carolina with some of the reeding missing on the rim. Not much value in those. Then the last box also came with a few varieties. 2 more Arizona Extra Cactus Leaves. The one on the right is slightly more than the one on the left. We also got a slight 1999 Delaware Spitting Horsehair. That's not too much of a die crack. And then a Homestead Snow on the Roof with a tiny die crack on top. Of course, these are just minor varieties, not too much value to any of those, but still pretty cool to pull out. So now let's go over the finds for the boxes. Box number 1, the only really major find was this really nice San Francisco Proof, and it is a 2005 Minnesota. It's in great shape, like I said. And then box 2, we got the first W quarter of the hunt, which turned out to be an American Memorial Park in pretty good shape. And it also had another proof, although this one's pretty rough, and it is a 2006 Nevada. The reverse is a little better than the obverse, but still pretty rough shape. Then box number 3 was definitely the box of W's, because the first W we got was only 2020 of the hunt, WV75, and it is 2020 Tallgrass Prairie. I'll take. And then it also had another find that was a Tallgrass Prairie, but it was an Esmont NIFC, the only one of those of the hunt. Pretty good shape. It's a pretty cool find. And then 2 more W's for the box, both 2019s, and they were River of No Return right there. And the last W of the hunt was a 2019 San Antonio Missions. Pretty good shape on both of those. And then the last box was definitely the silver box of the hunt, but the first find of the box was that 1974 Canadian. Only 4 into the hunt, but it's pretty cool. And then we had 2 silvers in the box, which I wasn't even expecting to find any, and that is absolutely amazing. First one we got was earlier on in the box. It was a 1958 out of Denver, 90% silver. That is an awesome find. And then the other one we got was definitely an older one. It's pretty slick, but it is a 1948, minted in San Francisco. 2 silver quarters in the last box. That is amazing. So we ended up with a total of 4 W's, 2 silvers for the hunt, as well as 2 proofs and a foreign, plus all those minor varieties. But overall, with all these finds, W's, silvers, proofs, foreign, this was an amazing 4-box quarter hunt.